Okay, good morning, everyone. As you want me to discuss the question paper first, so we are going to discuss the question paper first. The first question, section A. In section A, 1 to 16, objective type questions was there, and it was 1 mark each. In which first question was, which one of the following group was not benefited by the French Revolution? And which group was not benefited? It was
Peoples.
nobles, yes. And second was dash started collectivization program in Russia.
Joseph Stalin.
Yes, Stalin. If you have written Stalin also, 1 mark is there. Then which Nazi youth organization consists of all German boys 14 to 18 years?
Hitler Youth.
Hitler Youth. If you have written junk wall, that is wrong. Hitler Youth, that is youth organization was there. Okay. Then which country shares land borders with India in the west? In the west, it is
Pakistan.
Pakistan. Okay. Then next question. Kumaon Himalayas region lies between rivers Satluj
Satluj and
and
Kali.
Kali. Yes. And uh, or was there for this also the fifth question. The western parts of northern plains are dominated by Doabs. Then sixth question. The Maldives Islands are situated to the south of Dash Islands. Lakshadweep.
Lakshadweep.
Okay. The next, the highest peak in the Eastern Ghat is uh,
Anaimudi.
the highest peak in Eastern Ghat is Eastern Ghats.
Mahindra.
Mahendragiri. Yes, Mahendragiri will be the correct answer. Then name the island groups of India having coral origin. It will be Lakshadweep
Lakshadweep.
Islands. And democracy does not provide any method to deal with differences and conflicts. Yes, it is false. It is not true. It is false. The question is democracy does not provide any method to deal with differences and conflicts. This sentence is false. Then or was there in this question also, and for that question is until 2015, dash women did not have the right to vote. Until 2015, Saudi Arabia. In Saudi Arabia, women did not have the right to vote. The next question was the constitution describes the institutional arrangement in a very
Legal.
legal
Legal.
language. Yes, good. In a very legal language. And again, or was there in this question? The Constituent Assembly met for how many days? One,
114.
yes, 114 days. This is given in your book. It is 114 days. Then 11th question, a ballot paper is a sheet of paper which contains the names of the
Candidates
candidates.
in
Yes, candidates will be the correct answer. If you have written representatives, then also I think I have given the marks. Then next 12th, why are rural women employed in low paid jobs? The
the
lack
lack in
in
education, not
education
the
or yes, necessary skill. B will be the correct answer. And which of the following is not an anti-poverty program?
NSSO.
NSSO will be the means you have to take mark this. NSSO is not an anti-poverty program. And again, or was there in this? The calorie requirement is higher in rural areas because last option will be correct because people are engaged in more physical work. Rural areas need more physical as agricultural activities are there, so more physical labor is there, so that is why D option will be correct for third. Then 14th, sorry, for 13th question. Now 14th question, give any two poorest state of India. That is,
Bihar and
Odisha and Bihar.
yes, good, Odisha and Bihar. Then what is the basic constraint in rising farm production?
land is
Land
fixed.
is fixed.
Good, land is fixed. Then 16, disguised unemployment could be traced in
Agriculture.
Agriculture.
agriculture. Now question number 17th. Now from question number 17, section B was there. First question was the Treaty of Versailles was humiliating on Germans. Give three example in support of your statement. Now the Treaty of Versailles was it is very means question which we have often on revised again and again in this lesson. So the Treaty of Versailles was humiliating. Why? Because the war guilt had German responsible for the war and damages. And second, the German was forced to pay compensation amounting of 6 billion. And
Yes, ma'am.
third will be Germany lost all the overseas possessions, 13% of our territory, 75% of its iron, and 26% of the coal to France, Poland, Denmark, and Lithuania. So these will be the three points. Next is question number 18. Which three causes led to the subsistence crisis in France during the Old Regime?
Ma'am, rise in population of France.
Yes, good.
And ma'am, the rise in population led to rise in demand of grains and prices rose of wages and workers
Good, good,
declined.
good. Yes, correct. These will be the three points. Okay. Then next, or was
And
there? Yes, or was there?
drought
Ah, yes.
drought and hail was also responsible.
Ah, yes. Drought and hail was also responsible. Next, describe the events that took place. Or was there in this? Took place on 14th July 1789 in France. So in this, you have to write down about that the king ordered the troops to move into the city. The rumors were soon ordered the troops to open fire upon the citizens, and around 7,000 men and women formed a militia and broke into the number of means about that you have to write down Bastille prison and all. Bastille was destroyed completely and it was hated by all. So all this fortress prison was stormed by hundred of people with the hope of final hoarded ammunition and all. Clear? Next, 19th question, mention the significance of Himalayas. Yes, significance of Himalayas, very easy.
Ma'am, it is the good water source of India.
Yes,
It consists of fertile land in the south,
good, good,
and this physical feature also serves as a protector against our neighboring countries.
good. Where then storehouse of forest wealth and wildlife can also be written. Then number of places, tourist attraction also you can write this. And famous for river valleys also, well known for glaciers and all. So you can write down all these points also in that. Then 20th question, what is meant by code of conduct and how does it control the activities of parties and candidates? So what first you have to write down the first part answer. What is meant by code of conduct? So code of conduct means a set of norms and guidelines to be followed by political parties. And then no party or candidate can use any place of worship for election. Then they cannot use the government vehicles, aircrafts, officials. And once elections are announced, ministers shall not lay foundation stones for any project and all. So these points can be written for these. The second part of the answer, that how does it control the activities of parties and candidates? Okay. Then or was there in this question? Option was given that what are the minimum condition for democratic election? Minimum condition for democratic election? Everyone should be able to choose from, means everyone should have the one vote and every vote should have equal value. This is the condition of democratic election. Then there should be something to choose from, parties and candidates should be free to contest election. And another third point will you can write down that choice should be offered at regular intervals, means time to time election should take place. And here every 5 years, after every 5 years election are taking place. Then next you can also write down about the candidates preferred by the people should get elected, and election should be conducted in free and fair manner. This point can also be added. Then 21st, state the dimensions of poverty. Dimensions of poverty. It means hunger and shelter. Then it
Yes,
is a
ma'am.
situation in which parents are not able to send their children. Then,
Ma'am, it means living with the sense of helplessness.
yes.
It is a
And
situation sick people
a situation where sick people cannot afford treatment, lack
Yes,
of
ma'am.
safe drinking water, sanitation, lack of regular jobs. So all these can be the dimensions of poverty. Then
Yes, ma'am.
22nd question, any three features of national health policy? Three features of national health policy?
Improvement in the ratio of nurses, doctors, and beds.
Yes, good. Then improving the
Gradual,
accessibility. Yes.
gradual convergence of health programs under a single field administration.
Yes. It has also improved the ratio of nurses, then improving the nutritional services with a special focus on underprivileged people. Okay. So all these can be the features of national health
Brief
policy.
expenditure in the health sector.
So these were the questions for section B. Now section C. In section C, it was you have to uh, it was from 23 to 26, and it was source based question carrying 4 marks each. Four questions were there. In each question, four subparts were
Yes,
given. So first paragraph was there, you have to write down that what do you mean by the real wage. So real wage means the quantities of the goods which the wage will actually buy. And what were the demands for revolutionaries? All the above: reduction in the working wage, increase in wages, improvement in the working condition. This. Then what was the Bloody Sunday? A and B, both A and B was correct. The third option, that is both A and B. And fourth, why the year 1904 was bad for the workers? The A option
prices
will,
of
yes,
good
price for
road.
essential good rose. So this was 23rd. 24th was again the passage given. From this passage, which part of Peninsular Plateau is known as Central Highlands? So in this option was all the options were correct. Means all the options was correct means the options which were given for this question, from these options only the correct answer was there. But little bit confusion was there in this question. Then we had to make a little bit change in the last option, that instead of all, none will be written. But then also the correct option was already present there. And the
Yes.
correct option was, which was the correct
The,
option?
the Deccan Plateau is a triangular landmass that lies to the south
No,
of the
no, no.
river
24th
Narmada.
first. 24th first.
Yes, ma'am. North of the Narmada River,
Yes.
a major area of Deccan Plateau is known as Central Islands.
Yes, yes, yes. This will be the correct answer, because most of you were, means a call was there again and again for this question, that option is not there, option is not there. So we made little bit change in D option, but then also option was already there. Correct answer was already there in this. Okay. So the second will be B. North of Narmada River will be the correct answer. Then
Second and third, both Chota Nagpur.
yes, Bundelkhand and Bagalkhand. And then 24th third is Chota Nagpur Plateau. 24th
Yes,
third question is Chota Nagpur Plateau. And 24th second will be Bundelkhand and Bagalkhand. Then 24th fourth part, Peninsular Plateau is known as Deccan Plateau. Which
yes,
part of,
ma'am.
yes, the third option. The Deccan Plateau is a triangular landmass that lies in the south of river Narmada.
Yes, ma'am.
And then again the passage for 25th question. And in this 25th first question, when did Mexico attain its independence? In this also the option was there, confusion was there. But we did not change any options because the answer was already there. So the correct answer will be,
1930.
yes, 1930. B option will be correct. Then second, what dirty tricks were used by PRI to win the election in Mexico?
All
All
of
the
the above.
above. Yes, all A, B, C, all the above dirty tricks were used. Then third question, can Mexico under PRI be regarded as the democratic country? A
No,
option
ma'am.
will be the correct. Yes, Mexico under
Yes,
PRI cannot be regarded as democratic country, because here people
because
seem to
they-
really have a choices, but in practice they did not had. Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Then 25th fourth, what is PRI? Most of
Political
you
party of
of
Mexico.
Mexico. Yes, most of you have written this answer wrong. Political Party of Mexico will be the correct option. Then 26th, again the passage was there, and for that the question was, dash is the main production activity in village Palampur. Farming will be the answer, yes. Second, what non-farming activities are carried out in Palampur?
Both A
Both,
and B.
both A and B, that is small manufacturing and transport and shopkeeping. Then 26th,
Yes.
third question, what
All of
are
the above.
various requirements for production of goods and services? All
All
the
of the
above, yes. Then 26th, fourth, name the three crops grown in Palampur. Three
both
crops,
A and B.
yes, both A and B. That is rainy season, Kharif, Jawar and Bajra, and in winter season, Rabi, wheat, sugarcane.
Yes, ma'am.
Both A and B. Then section D was there for the long question answers. Explain the reign of terror in brief. Yes, reign of terror is also many times we have repeated reign of terror period from 1793 to 1794. Use policy of severe control. Clergy, members of other political parties did not agree with the methods, were arrested, imprisoned, guillotined. Laws were issued by placing a minimum ceiling of wages and prices, meat and bread were rationed. All these were the reign of terror. You have to explain in brief. So equality was practiced. Then churches shut down. Robespierre was convicted by court, arrested, and finally guillotined. So all these points can be included for reign of terror. And discuss the main causes of French Revolution. Main causes of French Revolution. Despotic rule of Louis XVI. Financial crisis and all you have to write down. Privileges and burdens of French society. Then first and second estate had privileged by birth. All this you have to write it down for causes of French Revolution. Then rising prices. Population increased. The demand for food grains was there. Then a role of middle class also you have to write down about little bit. Earned their wealth through expanding trade of manufactured good being exported. Then lastly you have to write about storming of Bastille prison also. So all these will be the points included for causes for French Revolution. Then 28th question was of geography. Justify the naming of Indian Ocean after India. Yes, Indian Ocean is named after India because India has long coastline on Indian Ocean. Second, India has central location between East and West Asia. Third, India's southernmost extension, the Deccan Peninsula, prostitutes with the Indian Ocean, which makes it significant to international trade done through the Indian Ocean. Lastly, you can also include that India was the favorite destination of the traders of the world. The option was there for this 28th question. What do you know about the India and our neighbors? So you have to write down India and the neighbors. The strategic position in Southeast Asia, about 29 states. Then shares the land borders, Pakistan, Afghanistan, Myanmar, Bangladesh, all these you have to write it down. Are you following? Then about
Yes, ma'am.
group of islands also you have to write down. Then 29th question, describe the wide-ranging powers of election commission in India. Wide-ranging powers of election commission. That is, election commission take decision on every aspect of election from announcement to election. All those powers of election commission you have to write down. Clear? 4 to 5 points were there. That during election period, election commission can order the government also. Then election duty, the government officials work for the election commission. Then 30th, why do we need a constitution? We need a constitution for the to generate degree of trust and coordination, specifies how the government will be constituted and what powers will be given, that it defines responsibilities also to the three pillars of the government. And which are the three pillars of the government? Legislative, executive and judiciary. These are the three pillars of the government. Then it regulates the relationship between the three organs also. Three organs, these three pillars are also called the three organs: legislative, executive, and judiciary. Then it tells about the rights and duties of the citizens. So all these points can be included. Then discuss the major reasons for poverty in India: colonial rule, high growth in population. We have marked in the book itself. Then unemployment, huge income inequalities, borrowing by the poor, leading them to indebtedness. Then unequal and irregular success of green revolution. Any 5 points you can include from all these points. Then account of interstate disparities of poverty in India. Then about Bihar and Odisha, you can write it down. Decline of poverty in Kerala, Maharashtra. This question means many of you have not attempted this question, and those who have attempted is also not accurate up to the mark. Then for that map activity, first question was Axis powers in of the Second World War and Allied power of Second World War. So A will be Japan. The A marked in the map, world map, which was given to you. In A, Japan will be there, and B, former USSR. If you have written Russia, it is wrong. It is former USSR, because the question is clear. You have to write down about the power of Second World War, Allied power of Second World War, not the First World War. So former USSR will be the correct answer for this, B. And then next, you have to mark any three. Either you can take one river, one lake, one plateau. Coastal means many options were there for you. You have to mark any three. Either one river, one lake, one plateau, or coastal plain, one coastal, one from each you have to mark. And it can be total overall three you have to mark in the India political map, and which most of you have not done because you are not having, I think, India political map. So this much all. Okay. Hello.
Yes,
Yes,
ma'am.
ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
So now clear, the whole paper clear. Now, as I think time is not there, only 5 minutes are left. In working of institution, we can means continue from tomorrow. We'll start the working of institution from tomorrow. Though I have opened this page and we have discussed the question answers, no problem. From tomorrow, we are going to start working of institution. Be ready with your civics book. Okay. And if any type of change will be there, I will let you know in the group. But from my side, today I wanted to start with working of the institution, but if any changes, anything else I want to make you clear, I will give it in the group. Okay, fine. Anything else you want to know? Otherwise, from my side, today I end up here only. Tomorrow we will continue with this lesson, working of institution. Thank you.